Hey everybody, so this is going to be a fairly straightforward, another simple patterns, and there are going to be a group of patterns here included in the PDF, ranging from different sizes. The first one is a 7-inch pouch with a leaf. I have a 6-inch pouch and a couple 5 inches. So, and the reason for 5-inch pouches is because I'm showing a couple of different ways to like wrap the leaf, like enclosures, and how to hang it off of your outfit. So I'll be presenting a couple of those options as I go through the different sizes. The first one I have here is the, like I said, the 7-inch. I'm using. Well, let me pull the patterns off real quick. Hold on a second. Okay, so I'm using some dark brown, very lightweight leather, probably 2 to 3 ounce, probably more like 2, and it's fairly soft temper. So I have the 2 parts of the body punched out. I have the leaf, which is going to be the flap over, cut out and the holes punched. And then I have this piece here, which is what's going to be using as the way to attach to your outfit, which is just going to be sewn here and then down where those holes are. And you can use it either with a D-ring here, or just there's enough room for use it as a belt loop. Okay, so this is just going to be one option. I'm going to go ahead and put this together very much like a regular pouch, where it's going to be inside out. Okay, like this. You're gonna sew it, saddle stitch it inside out, and then fold it back right side out, and then attach the leaf and the little belt loop. Really simple. I usually don't use glue on here. I just make sure that the threading is nice and tight all the way around and consistent. Make sure there's no like loose threads or gaps as I go around these corners, which is more visible once you turn it right side out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, then attach these two. Like I said, it's very simple. I have a couple rivet holes. That's what these larger ones are. The rivet holes here to rivet it, as well as stitching it. And then as far as closure goes, I just made a mark here on the near the end of the leaf. I think I'm trying to debate between a Sam Brown button or maybe just a snap. I've done a lot of these little pouches and closures with the Sam Brown button, but I think I might want to try a snap and just see how it looks. Anyway, that's what that mark is for, and I'll get to that point here in a little bit. All right, so as far as the rest of the video, I'm going to finish this one. I'm going to do one of these. I don't know if I like the color combination here between the leaf and the body, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll do this one next. And basically the rest are just the same. Just the pouch has the leaf, and then a way to attach it, and either a Sam Brown button if you want to use that, or a snap if you want to use that as well. The marking is going to be the same. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so here's the first one, or the 7-inch pouch. I went ahead and I used a snap instead of a Sam Brown button, but I wanted to show you the backside that I was telling you about, the loop here. So I stitched here just to give some shape. I didn't want this piece flopping around on the backside. I also have a couple of rivets here, and then this piece here is done like that. So you stitch one side, loop it around, stitch it to the bottom there, and that way you can either use it as a D-ring here on top, and then attach it with some type of a snap or a lobster clasp, something like that, with the D-ring, or just use it, hang it from the loop off the belt. Okay, so here's the inside, and this is big enough to fit my phone, and I have a Samsung S24, so it fits in there easily. The one thing I'm not too happy about, the snaps that I have here are from Tandy, and they're really stiff, and so maybe if you have a different snap, Segma snaps or quick snaps or something like that, that you like better, go ahead and use those. I just found that these ones are not as easy to unsnap just in general. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the 5-inch pouch and the 6-inch pouch, just so you can get a sense of different ways to do the closures with like lacing. If you want to do lacing and be able to, have a small pouch hanging from your neck, or use the lacing and hang it from the belt as well. There's a couple of different ways to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on these, and I'll be right back. All right, see you in a second. Hey everybody. So as far as the pouches go, I got them all done, and I wanted to run through them just so you can see kind of the options that I was talking about. First, you'll remember there's the 7-inch. It has the little loop here. That's how you're gonna attach the loop, in case you were wondering. And it has a snap, and I was telling you about earlier. Snaps, I ran into some issues with the snaps are from Tandy, and they're just super hard to unsnap. I actually tore out one and I had to redo it with another snap, but it was just, for whatever reason, the batch was not very good, and so they're hard to unsnap. So the rest of them, or some of these other ones, I went ahead and used a Sam Brown button instead of a snap, and I'll kind of show you that as I go. But yeah, it's just like I showed you before. You sew it inside out, and then turn it inside out, then right side out, and then attach and sew and rivet the other pieces to it. Same here's, well, let me show you. Here's the 6-inch. 6 inches as well. Yeah, I have the snap, but I don't have it closed. This one uses the little loop, and I put a D-ring on here just so you can see kind of the option similar to this one over here. If you want to put a D-ring on here to attach to your outfit or belt in a certain way, you can, which is a little D-ring here. This is just a 1-inch. Or if you don't want to, and you want to use some type of lacing and lace it to your outfit, and then hang it, wrap it around your belt with some lace, you can do that. There's the grommets are there, and that's what that is for. So again, these are options for customizing it to your outfit, to make it yours. The one thing that I would recommend, and we learned this as we were going through, this leather was a little stiffer than the other ones, and so it was a little bit harder to turn inside or right side out. So you make sure the leather that you use is nice and soft. I mean, these are all really nice soft leathers, and probably 1 to 2 ounce, no more than that, as far as thickness goes. So these are the two 5-inch pouches. So when I say inches, it's the length. It's 5 inches long, and I'll put the other sizes here in the description. But this one uses a Sam Brown button, like I was telling you about, with some lacing instead of a belt loop. This one here does use the belt loop, or a D-ring loop. If you wanted to make this longer for a belt loop, you could. You totally do that. Just make this piece of leather longer, okay? And then the rivets here in place with the Sam Brown button as well. Plenty of room to put your trinkets, to put crystals or whatnot. Dice, use a dice bag if you have a few dice you want to use. This one, like I said, this one holds my cell phone really well. Or this one you can probably use for a dice bag. Anyway, these are the two that are the 5-inch bags. Yeah, up here I have the 4-inch, and this is a nice, cute little one. So it's 4 inches tall, very cute. I used lace on this one just to lace it closed. A little sand brown button you can open up, and if you want to use some type of closure mechanism other than this, or lacing and tie it closed, you can. Otherwise, this is, like I said, this is just for an example of what it could look like, what yours could look like when you're putting it together. Okay. And again, you could always, with the lace, hang this from a belt, or if you want it longer, hang it from a necklace around your neck, or in some other way on your outfit. Okay, so this is the smallest. So, and all of these have, all the lines, all the holes and everything, punches shown here for the rivets, for the grommets, etc. Okay, so hope you enjoy this package, this bundle of different sized leaf pouches. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Contact me on Etsy or Facebook, or where else? My website, simplegoodleather.com, and show me your stuff. Yeah, if you have something that you made that you're proud of, send me a pic. I'd love to see what you guys are making. All right, thanks. Good luck and bye.